Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Sailwind, episode 2 in our journey to what I still very much hope is Firefish Lagoon. Now, at this point, I don't have much doubt left, and you'll see the reason why in an instant there when I take out my spyglass. Um, I can basically see several mountains or pieces of land without moving my spyglass. And if I'm able to see that much within one unique angle, it's very unlikely that's going to be the Emerald Archipelago. And the reason why is, well, it's an archipelago, so by definition it should have several islands, and a lagoon. I imagine would be more like one big chunk of land with some water access throughout and a big lake in the middle maybe, but we should discover that very soon. I've been sailing east all night, and my approach is to try to come into Firefish Lagoon from the southeast, just to keep some wind favorability. So I'm gonna now start to do a slight turn toward the east northeast, and I wanted to start this episode by diving into the sailing part of this game a little bit more. Talk about boats a little bit. So let's get on to it. So here is my dhow. So that's again the starting boat from the Alank region. Now, some of you might be wondering why I'm not actually coming to Firefish Lagoon with the Sandbug. The Sandbug is a capital ship that you can purchase from the Alank region. It's a two-mast vessel in its basic configuration, and it cost, I believe, around 88 gold coin. And the reason why is it takes a few resources to upgrade the dhow and get all the planning underway for such a trip, and I just didn't want to delay. The other component is that I'm nowhere near a professional sailor, and because of that I'm still learning. I'm learning a lot, and I felt that, have my hands full with the dhow. So I've heard of folks doing the entire Sailwind world just in a dhow. That's not my intention. I do hope that I'll be able to try out every single boat available during that playthrough. But I love this boat, and it's just amazing. Look at it go. Still taking on some water, but at this point I'm very much less concerned with taking water. Alright, getting even closer now, and taking a quick look at our ledger. So we have 19 days left to reach Firefish Dams, which basically I think we're gonna be reaching Firefish Lagoon today. It's day 59. And then what that means is that I basically have another 2 weeks in game time to find Firefish Town, and so I'm feeling very comfortable. You can take a look at my reputation here. So we've got nothing for the Emerald Archipelago, which I believe the Firefish Lagoon belong to, because there are only 3 big regions. So even Happy Bay, I think, belong to the Estuarine region. But yeah, so we'll see how much we'll be able to increase our retail discount and our max number of missions right away. Here, just you can see a couple of the latest missions I've done. So it stops at day 44. We left Gold Rock City on day 46. But just to give you an idea, I was trying to max out my reputation, do a lot of trade. That's why you don't see a lot of revenue coming in from this mission. But still, I was able to get ready for that trip. Look at that! I just can't get enough of that view. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. Look at those waves. Look at the land, the sky, the clouds. All right. So now we're getting extremely close. I'm starting to worry a little bit, and the reason why is that the wind is turning on me a little bit here, and I don't like that because it's gonna force me to go further out east, um, and I would like to avoid to have to sail all the way behind Firefish Lagoon to then after that have to come back southwest to actually reach my destination. So let's try to see how we can negotiate that here. I can. I almost don't need my spyglass anymore, and but I'm still trying to get a better grasp about how that land is shaped and whether there is any obvious way in. Because I would expect to find most of the towns of this region um, on the inner side of the lagoon. So yeah, I have a good sight. So here seems that there is a big opening, but it's fairly on the west side of this land, and so I think I'm gonna try and keep looking for a more easterly entrance. All right, the day is setting slowly. Beautiful sunset. I can clearly see the Firefish Lagoon. I don't need my spyglass anymore. I'm gonna go to bed and hopefully final approach tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. This has to be the final day at sea for at least what I hope is a little while, and that's something so crazy about this game, right? It's all about sailing. So obviously you want to be at sea, you want to be on your boat, but then after 15 days at sea, I can tell you, I can't wait to discover this region, um, and I know that as soon as I'm gonna be on land, I'm gonna be like, when am I gonna sail again? So. Um, yeah, it's just a constant back and forth with your emotions here. Um, I I can almost distinguish a lot of details in the landscape right ahead of me. Um, Looking at the wind direction, I'm gonna try to keep an easterly course as much as possible. Again, we're trying to come from the east or at least southeast of that lagoon. So here you can see now the wind is going to start becoming slightly defavorable. So not sure how that's gonna play in my favor for the final approach, but we are hunting for an entrance to the Firefish Lagoon. I I'm quite I like the seas here. The color might not be as vibrant as the Atlantic region, but it has its own pace, rhythm to it, and I'm really enjoying sailing through this phase here. And I like the fact that the sky is not all blue. There is a lot of different shades, type of clouds, and that makes it for a very compelling experience. Uh, look at that Firefish Lagoon. We're getting even closer now. It's very exciting. At this point, I was just jumping around, and although I don't have a clear idea on how I'm gonna get in, um, this landscape is already very different from what you see in the Atlantic region. So uh, that's that's very exciting. Um, Still need to take care of my basic needs though. No point having the need to be rescued that close from our destination. And as you can see, I'm still trying to shoot for an easterly approach, and and the wind is starting to get a bit challenging here. So um, let's see how that goes. Probably only doing only 4 5 knots here. I want to get there, but at the same time, I don't want to put myself into trouble. Uh, and you know, I still have enough supplies. And if we take a look at our log now, just we still have 17 days, so plenty of time to find Firefish Town. And here we go, the final approach, guys. I can see the landscape in so much more greater details. I'm actually starting to see trees right ahead of me here. Now there seems to be a kind of entrance on my port side, I want to say. And we're gonna take a look at it in like a second. It's so exciting to see, like in real time, the type of landscapes that Firefish Lagoon has. And you can see slightly on the right of my spyglass there, we clearly see trees now. From my experience, when there are trees, you've got a village, and when there is a village, you've got supplies. So I just decided I'm not gonna go to the end here and look at this. That's a building to me. Is that a building? That totally looks like a building to me. I can't really see my post-processing screen, but I'm pretty sure that was a building. I'm very excited. Let's go. Daily log, we're now day 61. I think we came in view of Firefish Lagoon at the very end of day 58, and we left Gold Rock City on day 46. So quite a lengthy trip, even in the though that may illustrate my lack of sailing skills overall. I think I did lose a solid 2 days just being desperate trying to navigate. And did you see that canyon? How exciting it must be to go through that with your boat. Now, that's another reason why I wanted to travel in the Dow, is I think it's going to make my exploring of this lagoon much easier, because it's a lighter boat, and it doesn't need as much depth to be able to navigate around. So in a very coastal, wow, temple there. It's a temple. And yes, confirmed. It was not one building; it was several houses. So yeah, I think that the door is gonna overall allows me to travel much more smoothly through this new region. Um, Here we go. It seems I'm gonna try to be very careful not to hit the floor here, and it looks like we're just minutes away from reaching a town. And yes, here is a dock. You can see the dock. So let's go. I've lowered my gaff sail. I'm now only using my jib. I want very minimal speed. I'm hoping that it's gonna allow me to react. Oh, I'm not going too far from the. I'm not navigating too far from the shore here. Look at this. This is amazing. This is beautiful. It's a very different type of architecture from what you see in the Island region, and that's exactly what I was hoping for. Again, look at this. Got the even bigger mountains in the background. Wow, it's just, I'm speechless, guys. It also seems to be a much more a much greener biome, and it looks like it's gonna be a perfect opportunity to do a little bit of exploring. Now, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is my first time reaching this town. we're gonna stay together while we figure out which town exactly it is and confirm in the first place that this is Firefish Lagoon. But after that, I'm gonna take some times for myself to explore, and this is how I really like to play my games. I like to take the time to explore. I like to, I have a big imagination, so I'm gonna role play the heck out of this. Um, and But I also understand that it can be somewhat boring, so I'm not gonna be bringing you along, and yeah, I'll keep the first impression and the first discovery of this town just to me. Being a little bit selfish there, but this is becoming a passion project for me, and I want to do it right. And I one thing that I don't want is to ruin my experience of a game. So um, not a perfect not a perfect landing here. I'm using the mooring line and the fact that you can now much better control them thanks to the new update. And okay, this one seems a bit close, so I'm gonna go over this one. And with this, we've got a boat all docked, and we'll be able to start exploring a little bit and try to find out where we are. Let's go, guys. I spent a couple of minutes just watching the landscape. It's just amazing. And here we enter into what looks like a market. We've got some oranges there, so we know those. Whoa, 73 more dragons. So that will introduce us to a new currency. And we're gonna talk more about that. Here we have some rice, we got some water. Um, yeah, so I love that market. I love that vibe. Look at those beautiful lanterns. Oh, we need one of those. And here is a map. Firefish Lagoon, confirmed. And let's look at it. We came in from the what? Amazing, guys! We got it first try. Firefish Town.